see it.
There we are. Okay, we're live. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Pokemon Mystery Dungeons and Dragons: The Lanwell Chronicles. Going another week in after last week's because I had enough material for it, and my players, for some reason, can't get enough of this. So I don't know they enjoy torture that much, but hey, I'm not here to complain. Anyway, since it has been a week, we will once again do the recap. So let's see who gets stuck with the recap this time. Alright, Crow, looks like you're up with the recap.
All right. And judging by the stream, you may be a smidge too loud this time.
Oh
but
no.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh. Okay, I'll turn myself down while you're getting recaps started.
yeah. Not like drastically, but it's like a little peaky. But on our last episode, we continued to sail forth, and it turns out the food was all taken from the hall, and the party became investigators and got down to this big mystery of who stole did the food from the storage. After investigating different places like the crow's nest to see if any ships went off, and the storage itself, and some windows, we found clues that eventually led us to the I forget his position on the the ship, but the Fionn Warren, who was who was the culprit. Well, more on that later. Of the food heist, and he didn't eat it. He didn't give it away. He simply dropped it overboard, and that was because the Pokemon he is, Fionn, is kind of spurned in Tronfanel, which is where we're going, the islands or archipelagos, whatever they are. And he is worried for his safety going there because he doesn't want to be kicked off the crew for this uh, his worrying of his species going to this place. So we decided to head back and go to the mystery dungeon, but Harold didn't want any of that and decided to coerce him into well, not really coercing, but convinced him to tell the captain about his plight, minus the dropping the food overboard. And he seemed understanding about that, and we worked out a plan to pretty much not take him near the island, I think it was, and we would go to the island and use Sergei's seashells to communicate to the ship to pick us up when needed. And we didn't have to go back, and we turned around again, and we went to bed when after doing some watches of around the ship. And Harold was the only who got like an eventful watch when he heard some sounds coming from the storage, which was Warren and what is the Dana, the Delcatty, um, having not really a struggle, but Warren getting stabbed by Dana, and Harold saved him by stealthily picking him up and bringing him to the room, and where it was revealed that they were in league with the pirates called Leviathan's Claw, who are preventing us trying to stall us from getting to Tronfanel, and we left off with us dealing with the situation at hand.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Well, you missed one detail. It was not that you were going to avoid having him be there, but I believe your plan was to make him invisible while you guys go on and then have the boat immediately leave and come back again afterwards. But still, it's.
Oh, I thought it was we were just like gonna get dropped off and then we were gonna use the seashells.
Oh, oh, wait. It might have been that.
That that was, I think, the plan at
Oh,
some
okay.
point. We had a bunch of different plans that we ended up going
I
through.
remembered better than the DM.
roll d6 of luck points.
All right. Sure. Watch it be one. Okay, I'll take
Huh?
that. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, it wasn't one.
Wow, Quill.
Quill wants the
You probably didn't hear me go, "Aw."
dice to be
No,
brittle.
I heard a bit of it.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Crow just sounded so disappointed that he got 5.
No, I was like, oh, okay, not one.
My bad. Confusion. Okay, move along.
All right. So yeah. Not Harold. Eugene, you go off to alert the captain and get the rest of the crew up and in action while everyone else, you begin making your way back to the hall where you may imagine Donna will still be. Are you guys bothering with stealth or Dana, not Donna? I'm playing a game that involves a character called Donna. Dana. Are you guys bothering with
I
stealth?
don't think we are.
Yep.
Alright, so you're just gonna stomp all the way down there?
No,
I mean,
think
it's
we're
not
gonna-
like we're going out of our way to make as much noise as possible.
Yeah, fair enough.
Right.
Okay, so you guys walk into the hall and you see that Dana, not Donna. Watch me mix that up a bunch today. You see that Dana's still there. She seems to be looking through the boxes, maybe trying to search for something. She's on the other side of a bunch of cluttered mess that sort of separates this hall into two halves. And as you guys are walking down, she hears you and she turns back and sort of looks at you all. Alright.
Looking for something.
Thank goodness you guys are here. I don't know if you can see him over there, but someone stabbed Warren. We need to figure out who and what.
Harold pulls out his triangle, which might seem a bit odd to most people. Yeah, I wonder who it could have been.
I don't know. I just came here after I heard the scuffle and saw poor Warren down on the ground.
I actually would like to make an insight check.
Okay. Give me insight. I'll say with
Thank you, terrible rolls.
I was just about to say before you did that, I'll say with advantage because you're wary enough of her that you're probably very, very careful. Okay.
Yeah, that's a bit better.
Okay, you can definitely tell that you could definitely see that she's sort of slightly panicking and is trying to come up with an excuse for why she's down there.
So we're like in the hallway, right?
You're basically in fact, since we have maps, I will show you map-wise where you are. You're basically right there, and then she's on the other side.
I see.
Oh, fun.
So she says to you,
And
huh?
Nothing. I was gonna ask where the stairs were, and then I saw them.
Oh yeah, the stairs are behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Very cramped.
Yep, it is. So yeah, she says to you, I assume you guys didn't see anyone coming down?
Well, I found Warren, actually,
Oh good.
and he was actually able to tell me who attacked him.
She pauses up for a moment at this, and she says, Oh, he did? When I last saw him, he looked like he was completely knocked out. Looked like he was struggling
How
for
long do you want to keep up this game?
She sighs and she gives a slight chuckle and she says, Yeah, probably not much point to it, is there?
I
She,
would think not.
she backs up a little and she says, Well, I suppose I should have figured the game was up the moment he decided to turn traitor, but I was hoping I could salvage things. Oh well.
Just one question. Why?
Why what?
Why would you turn on your own crew?
Oh, that's easy. I was bored.
Bored?
Yeah, I'm always just the cook or the pretty face. All the exciting stuff happens above deck, whereas I'm just here making these guys' meal. I wanted something exciting, and when I happened to see those pirates and they gave me an offer, well, how could I refuse? I'm sure being a pirate is much more exciting than just sitting around wasting away in the kitchen.
Hmm.
Just say I'm not exactly sympathetic.
I didn't expect you to be. I didn't really ask you to be either. But, seems we're at a little bit of an impasse here, aren't we?
I disagree.
Oh no,
As do I. I believe it's quite obvious what should happen.
are you sure about that? I would recommend
Yes.
not taking a single step if I were you, darlings.
I don't need
You're
to.
gonna have a bad time.
I don't need to take a single step to kill you.
Ooh, the freaky tentacle guy thinks he's got it all under control, huh? She pulls out
He's
a...
going to use Mind Sliver on her right now.
Okay, that would be,
It's an int save.
okay. Let's see, What's your save DC again?
13 at this point.
Okay, she just barely passes. And that's a save or suck,
Interesting.
right?
Yeah.
She glares at you as she feels this, as she feels your attempt at sending that shiver through her mind, and she says, "You know, you might want to listen to me. That is, if you don't want to become, that is, if you don't want to sink with the ship."
I already know which crew you're trying to contact, and I can already tell you you're making one of the biggest mistakes of your life.
Oh, I'm not contacting anything. Well, at least not exactly. You see, I have a few friends waiting around this ship. They're Carvana, under the water right now, and all I need to do is stab this spike into the ship to alert them, and they'll chew through the hull like it's plastic. And then water will fill in, and you'll all drown.
Earl glances real quickly at Sergey.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Sergey, your history as a sailor makes you well aware that this is very much a tactic used.
That is a very real threat.
And you with us.
I have a few contingencies just in case, but if it's death either way, may as well go out. May as well take as many out with me as I can. But frankly, I'd just rather negotiate here. After all, I'd say I'm pretty reasonable, and I'm willing to cut my losses too.
Let's say for the sake of argument we are willing to negotiate. What is it you're after, then?
Well, there are a bunch of shiny treasures here, but I'm clearly not going to be able to get all those, so I've just asked for 3 things. Simple as that. 1, I want those shiny seashells that Mudkip has. 2, Warren is coming with me because he did agree to join up with Leviathan's Claw as well, and I don't really feel like him turning traitor on us means he should get out of it. And 3, Eisen will also be going with me.
Eisen got to do with this.
Oh, darlings, didn't you know? Those pirate group, that Leviathan's Claw? Eisen used to run around with them back in the day, apparently. But they had some sort of little scuffle or something like that. I didn't pay much attention to the details, and Eisen, along with a few others, left. But my new captain would like to, very much like to meet with the, Pokemon who left, and Eisen just happens to be one of them. So I'm gonna hand-deliver them. But those are my offers, darlings. I'm sure you won't mind parting with that. After all, I part with that. You guys get to make your way to those islands or whatever it is, and we're all good. We don't have to all sink with the ship.
I'm trying to think of how to respond to this quickly, because you can kind of see that Sergey is rather uncomfortable right now, but he is also seething. The last thing you want to do is make any deals with that traitorous group.
Do you have a bone to pick with them or something? I was curious of a few things. After all, you and Eisen apparently knew each other.
So yes, what if I know Eisen? He is a good friend. But the last thing you're going to do is hand him over. They are going to kill him.
That's not really something that concerns me. What they want to do with him is what they want to do with him. I'm just the delivery girl.
It doesn't sound like your role's changing much then, does it?
Oh, I don't disagree. I'd say being caught in these negotiations is a lot more fun than being just a boring old cook. Now then, what'll it be? Will this have to get ugly, or will you agree with me?
As though there's a choice.
Okay, I suppose while you guys are off thinking, we will move back to you, Eugene.
All right. Do I got a general direction of like where each of the crew members sleeps or their quarters?
You've probably seen them all after like dinner. You've probably seen them all move off to their various areas. Yes, so
Can I interject here real quick? Maybe you two can go to the party split so that Doc, Ice, and I can discuss what we're gonna do.
okay, sure, that's fair enough.
It makes sense to me.
Okay.
All right, let's go then. Okay, so yeah, as I said before, you've got a basic idea. You know that this small area is the crew rooms. Like, you've got Pokemon who would be in the rooms next to you. There are there are rooms next to you, rooms to the north, and you know that the captain's quarters is on the bottom of in the back of the ship. It would be to your left as you exit out of
All
your
right.
room.
I'm gonna go to Radcliffe's room, and I'm gonna start like banging on the door very violently, rapidly.
Okay, so you start banging on the door. And it
If there's no response within 10 seconds, I'm just gonna open it.
well, luckily you do eventually get a response. You see the door opened, and you see that Radcliffe is standing in front of you. He is clearly tired and not entirely happy with the intrusion. However, he is looking down at you, waiting to hear an explanation before he acts.
Sir, uh, we found Warren in the storage, stabbed, and we found out Dana stabbed him, and we need help.
He looks at for you a moment. He says, "Wait, slow down there. What?
You're that Fiona Warren that we were having such a big problem with earlier. We found him stabbed. One of my friends found him stabbed in the storage, and Warren said Dana stabbed him, and he's working with pirates called Leviathan's Claw, or she is, or he is. I don't know, but this is important. We probably need more Pokemon down there to go help.
Leviathan's Claw." He At that name, he becomes on high alert, and he says, "All right, help me wake up the rest of the crew. We need to get all hands on deck if they're attacking."
All right. I don't know if they're attacking, but they're definitely involved somehow.
Still. All right, I'll take the northern rooms, you take the southern rooms. Or
Okay.
the rooms on the right and the rooms on the left, I mean.
All right. I'll do it in the same manner. I'll knock rapidly. If actually, I'll turn it to 5 seconds. If there's no response in in like 5 seconds, I'm just gonna open the door and start like screaming, like, "Oh, traitors!"
Okay, so the first room you open up, or you attempt to yell, scream at, you see Oda, the Marini, coming out, and she looks even more tired than the captain is, and looks even less thrilled to be waking up than he did.
Yeah. I just say no time to explain. You got to get to. Well, all he told me to do is like wake them up. I'll say maybe a Leviathan's Claw. Maybe that's a good word to get them out of bed.
Leviathan's Claw. What about them?
They might be attacking.
They what?
Yes, they might be attacking.
And you hear the captain coming from the north as he brings out Irwin, Westcott, and Warren. He yells to Oda, "Get ready, Oda. We may have an assault on our hands." And he moves on to the next room as well.
All right. Shouldn't we go help my friends? I mean, they're going to confront Dana in the storage.
I'll send a few down there to help you as well, though we need to also be ready up top in case they start assaulting.
Okay. I guess I'll continue till everyone's out of bed.
Okay, yeah, you eventually everyone is waking up, roused. Radcliffe says, "Is Dana alone down there?"
To my knowledge, yes.
I wouldn't think it'd take too many crew to subdue, but alright. Eisen and Huntley, you both go down there with him, whereas the rest of you all get up on deck and keep lookout and be ready.
All right. I'm since you didn't really instruct me, I'm gonna go join them in the storage.
Okay. All right. Then let's move back to the main room, and I'll tell you when you and the reinforcements are coming in.
All right.
So how's planning going?
Yeah, this works because you don't know what's coming now.
Oh boy.
So, Dana
ready?
says to you, well,
Anyone going to say anything just yet?
Sergey would be the one to speak immediately. There's no deal here.
it's unfortunate, but I suppose I'm not too surprised. All right.
It-
I hope you all
It really is unfortunate.
And then Reniel reaches out two of his tentacles and touches Sergey and Harold in the back. And he's going to cast Minor Illusion to make it look like their backs are split open and their spines are exposed.
Harold screams and collapses on the ground.
Sergey is a bit more just shocked before falling over. Like,
Dana just looks at this for a moment. She's like, what the actual hell?
You're not the only one that wants to get away with something from here. I suggest we take what we can and go.
And then he's going to take the shells from Sergey and levitate them up next to his head. He's going to say,
Now how about we get out of here?
Huh. Must admit, I wasn't expecting that. Maybe there's more to you than just being a tentacled freak. Alright, I suppose we can begin going. And,
shove Harold out of the way so it's easier for her to get to the stairs.
okay, yep, and she is beginning to, run over to meet you, though as she is doing that...
Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is interesting. Coming from down the stairs, you see Eugene, along with Eisen, who is, we'll say, above the stairs, but obviously there's not much room, and Huntley are all coming down the steps as well.
Reniel just kind of backs up.
So, Eugene, as you and your two, cohorts come down, you see, Harold and Sergey with their backs split open, lying on the ground, and, Raniel holding up Sergey's seashells to himself.
oh no.
And Reniel's going to telepathically tell Eugene and the other two,
Play along.
Oh. And look who it is. One of the Pokemon I wanted to deliver, right here. Eisen's looking shocked, and he especially is looking at Sergey's quote-unquote corpse, horrified, whereas Huntley's right now really pissed.
I'm gonna go, Reniel, you traitor! And then I'm gonna run after him and start like pathetically trying to like restrain him.
Reniel's tentacles just kind of slap his arms away.
Yeah.
Getting like a little cat fight.
Yeah.
Exactly like that.
And like through the telepathy, it's like, how do I do this more convincing?
I am not entirely sure. We are both fairly weak, so this should be convincing enough.
Okay, I'm like gonna try and hold him, and he's gonna like cat slap me away.
Yeah, but like he's gonna try to hold you down with one of his tentacles, and you're just gonna kind of pop out and try to hold him down, and this goes on for a while.
You should. I'm gonna. You should probably tell those other two though.
I did.
Okay. I mean the two I brought with me.
I did.
Oh, okay. Well, stop, you fiend!
Dana's just rolling her eyes looking at this, being like, wow, this is pathetic. Alright, well, I suppose the situation is rather interesting, isn't it? Huntley, if you wouldn't mind restraining Eisen lest you, get hurt. After all, I would rather we just leave without too much bloodshed, at least if you don't want to end up like those two. Huntley right now is just sort of like he's a mix between confused and angry. Eisen responds to the telepathy asking what he should do in this situation.
And yeah, probably. Well, depending on who he's linked with, I am too. Is because I don't really know what's happening down here.
Renyl's going to systematically go through and tell everyone to jump her at the same time. And that he will lead the attack.
That both Eisen and Huntley can fully and entirely agree with. So,
Renyl's also going to tell Eugene,
Let me get the upper hand for a second.
All right, I'm gonna like reach for my dagger, pointing at Renyl. But what I'm actually doing too is like grabbing a fistful of flour.
okay, and when Renyl gets the quote-unquote upper hand, he's going to move Eugene to the other side while he's wrestling with him, so that everyone else has more room to get in.
This has been certainly an interesting experience. Now then, Huntley.
And then one of his tentacles reaches out, grabs her, and he's going to cast Shocking Grasp.
Ooh.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, let me check just to see whether it's holding or specifically wearing metal. That gets you the advantage.
Okay.
Wearing armor, so no. The fact that she's holding a silver spike doesn't matter. So yeah, she walked here, and you do that, and right. This'll be a frick. What save is it?
Guys, it's not a save; it's actually a spell attack.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
All right. Give me a spell attack, but I will basically allow it with advantage since this is sudden, basically a sneak attack.
Okay. Hang on. It's been a while since I've done an attack with Renyl. I think it's a +7. No, it's a +5.
It's your charisma plus your
Yeah.
wrong dice notation. Okay.
23.
Okay.
Crit though. Not a crit.
No, but that does indeed hit.
Okay.
So roll damage.
I gotta roll damage.
Yes. Unless you were giving her a playful shocky tap.
No, he's going full in with this. Hopefully, we'll see.
We get a 1.
A 7.
Oh.
Okay, you take your tentacle, you shock her back, and she goes, what the heck are you doing? Before I assume everyone else starts jumping her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Surprise round then. Yeah. I don't know like how what order we're doing this. I guess we're just rolling now.
Yeah, roll initiative, and this will be a surprise round, which means you guys are probably gonna take her out in one round, but we'll see. Alright.
I guess my negative modifier.
Let me.
Oh, for
Let me throw you guys up so you can. All right. Oh, apparently we already got an Eevee there. Yep. Let me throw you guys up.
Nice. Well,
The Eevee has no pupils.
Okay.
I got a big fat 0.
Too bad you didn't underflow.
I mean,
I don't have a -2.
yeah, I was just about to say you can't exactly underflow unless you have.
I'm not good at math, guys.
Oh, well, they tried. Where's my? Here we are. Well, you're not. Oh no, you still are going last. Never mind. I was just about to say at least you're not going last, but that's technically not how it's happening. All right, so this will probably be quick, but Eugene.
All right, so I'm not gonna waste the surprise round, and I'm gonna go for I'm gonna strike with the spike.
Okay, that does not hit.
Yeah, but I get advantage.
Watch it be a
Surprise,
1.
right?
Okay.
Oh no.
Never mind. You hit.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So we do d6 plus 4, and then my sneak attack is. I haven't done it such long. Oh, I have it right here. It's 2d6. So that is 15 in total, and I'm going to say to I don't know if if Huntley's actually my ally or not, so I'm going to say, can Sergey even get in here?
Well, let's see. Does reach mean I can hit past friendlies?
Um,
I would assume so.
I'd assume so. Yes. I think if this
I
were
do
like
have 10 feet.
if this were like Pathfinder, technically, I think you would get she would get cover because Harold's there. But since this isn't Pathfinder, I think you can attack just fine from your current position. Yes.
Okay. I'll just look it up.
Okay, for the time being, then I'll just say, Huntley, get her from the side, and I'm gonna help him.
Okay. All right, creepy Eevee.
All right. Firebolt.
Okay. Give me that attack.
Nope.
This is a surprise round,
I like
though.
to imagine.
Oh.
Oh, so I get advantage?
Yeah. Like you were hitting.
It might count as the target being in half cover, by the way.
Okay, Reniel still missed. I'm going to play it as it went into Eugene's back and just kind of vanished in his fire.
Oh. Well, then I'd get powered up if that happened.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Alright, anyways, we're gonna skip over Dana, so Harold. First.
Old is going to cast command on Dana and say, "Stop!" I need her to make a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw.
Alright.
All assumes that she doesn't instantly go down.
Okay. Let's see, her wisdom is wisdom. Alright, DC 13 you said?
Correct.
Oh, she got a nat 20.
Wow.
Well, okay. Harold is going to try to back out of the way. He's going to provoke an opportunity attack, but he kind of just wants to be out of the way for this.
Fair enough.
So he's going to move to here.
Alright. Let's see.
Actually, she can't take an opportunity
right.
attack.
Oh, that's right.
This is a surprise round, so she can't take the Oppie.
Also, Shocking Grasp, but yeah, I guess.
Oh, right, there's also Shocking Grasp. Okay.
That's going to be my turn.
Alright, Huntley's turn. He's gonna be going full force on her.
Yep, he gets advantage too. That is, if he is my ally.
I mean, he's more or less technically. Alright, he will be glad he got advantage because... Okay, he did hit her, and he will deal an amount of damage that is quite pathetic. He punched her and it only dealt 5 damage. Eisen is gonna take his club, he's gonna twirl it a bit, and then he's gonna throw it like a boomerang. And it missed. But his club does come back to him, at least. Alright, we've moved back around to, you, Eugene.
Wait, no.
Oh, right, Sergey.
I have a 0.
Yes, I had it zoomed in, so I could actually legit not see 0, and I missed you. Let me move this mount slightly this way.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a stab at her.
Alright. That hits.
Fish for the crit.
All right, do we have advantage right now?
Yep.
Ah, okay.
Surprise round.
Nope.
Oh well, you still hit.
10 plus 3.
You also dealt 5 damage. Apparently 5 damage is popular today.
Well, it is average if we're not including the modifier.
Alright, now we move back on to you, Eugene. The surprise round is over.
I am going to take this clump of flour and throw it in her face.
Okay, give me an improvised attack roll an improvised weapon attack roll using your dex.
All right. 16.
All right. Yep, you send that flower. You send your. I was waiting for the pocket sand.
Yeah.
You send your flower straight into her eyes, and she is now blinded.
Awesome. Then I'm going to. I am going to run up the stair. Yeah, I'm gonna run up the stairs and. Well, first I'll help Sergey by saying she's blinded. Get her, and I'll wait at the top of the stairs.
Okay. All right. Reniel?
I don't get to do this very often, so no, that would hit Huntley.
That scares me.
Actually, I don't have to hit Huntley. I can move Reniel right here, and I'm going to use Arms of Hadar. So I believe that's a strength saving throw.
Oh, that's an interesting one. Okay. Yeah, yeah, I figured. She failed massively.
Alright, once again, she can't take reactions, and let me see here, that's 2d6 necrotic damage. Okay, that's pretty juicy. So one of his tentacles comes out, and this time it actually does try to skewer her in the back, and it does something.
Okay. Yeah, aside from blinded, beaten, and everything else, she looks very much like she's on her last legs. But, as a... since it's her turn, what do I want her to do? So many different things. I'm thinking... I think I know. Alright. She is going to sing. Yeah, she is going to sing. So what this does is it's basically similar to the sleep spell and its effect. She will roll 5d8 and that will be HP that will be reduced, and if it goes down to 0, lowest HP to highest HP, that person will fall asleep. I'll roll it in the main chat. Okay, 17. Does anyone have 17 or less HP?
I have 19.
Yeah, no, 31 ain't doing.
Actually, I believe we all have +5 from the aid Harold gave us.
Yeah, we do.
Ah, yeah. I forgot about that.
So Reniel has 25 HP.
So
Wait, who didn't get aid? I think
it was.
Oh,
Eugene.
I didn't.
Yeah, Eugene.
But I still have 19.
Okay, I think literally nobody's affected by this. So
well,
yeah, you see that she's trying to lull you guys to sleep, but it doesn't seem to be working, and she is going to attempt to run, which means she will take an offbeat from Huntley. And I'm going to roll a d4 to see where she runs since she is currently blinded.
Also, while she's singing, Reniel's going to poke his head out and say,
Your voice is hideous.
Okay.
Here's a reaction.
Okay, she is going to run this way. Huntley will make his oppie. Oh my gosh, how did he fail that? Never mind.
Doesn't he have advantage because she's blinded?
He does. He missed both.
wow.
I know, I was looking at that like, what the actual heck? Okay, Harold, it's your turn.
Yeah, bard options are pretty limited. I think he's going to look at it and say, "That's your strategy. Start singing." And he's going to cast Vicious Mockery.
Wiz save, I believe.
Yes.
Oh wow, she failed. Okay. It's a d4 of damage, but hey, let's see what you do.
4 points of psychic damage.
So you want to know the funny thing?
That was
Yeah,
enough,
4
wasn't it?
HP left.
You do that, and she just falls flat on the ground.
It doesn't suck.
and as she's laying there, Reniel's going to take out his dagger and his tentacles holding it, and he's going to look at everyone else and say,
Any objections?
Yes.
We're not murderers, Reniel.
it goes back into his mane.
I'm just kind of like peeking around the corner. So there's illusions of like split open backs right here or something?
I guess, yeah, they're just kind of floating there now.
Yeah, you see two Sergeys and two Heralds, a couple with split open backs, and a couple that are just standing there.
Could you put that away, please?
A bit creepy.
It goes away.
Really can't take criticism about her singing very well, can she?
Yeah, but more importantly, we might be getting attacked right now.
What?
The Leviathan's claw, the pirates, they could be attacking.
We have a problem if that is the case.
At least that's what the captain said.
Ah, even better.
Did she have some sort of contingency plan? This is Eisen saying this. Did she have some sort of contingency plan, or what's?
Earth is going to go up to her and take that silver spike.
Okay, sure, you could do so. You also see that she has an iron
Sorry.
thorn on her as well.
She was
Can I
planning
take that
to
as
stab the
well?
boat.
Huh?
Sorry.
Would you say, Doc?
I said he's going to take that as well.
Okay.
She was planning to sink the boat.
Wait, what?
Sing.
Apparently, go ahead, Sergey.
There are a bunch of Carvana in the water right now. Or at least they're ready. She said that if the boat sinks, they would be attacking.
Carvana.
Do you have a way of dealing with this?
He claims that her signal was stabbing one of these and holds up the spikes into the boat to signal them to start chewing through it.
Warren
May
was.
not be a problem if they never get their signal.
They'll probably still follow us, though, if I had any guess.
But again, is there any way to deal with this sort of attack?
Warren is usually the one who we send into the water to check it out, and if we are attacked underwater, he's usually the one to deal with it, but if your account is right, then Warren's not exactly capable of doing that right now.
I look to Sergey.
That would probably be my kind of job then.
There's also probably Oda. She could probably help, and I think that's about it.
Possibly me.
And possibly you, yes.
Any water types in the ship right now might be more than. Well, we're going to need people in the water. We don't know how many are going to be down there.
And what do we do with her?
Is there a
Away
brig?
from any weapons and away from the bottom of the ship.
We do not have a brig, no. We have not needed
Lock her
one.
in a room.
Yes, I think best thing to do is to tie her up and put her in a room for now. We can interrogate her more later.
You do that. We've got to prepare for this attack. If an attack is really coming, that your captain was convinced that this was going to be happening when I mentioned Leviathan's claw.
It's possible. At the very least, it depends on if or how she was communicating with them and what their full plans were. For now, we should keep an eye out for oncoming ships and take out their water team, if at all possible.
Like if I know anything, you always want to be at the top in initiative order.
What?
Nothing. Never mind. We gotta attack them before they attack us.
Right.
She mentioned wanting to bring you back with Warren
Me back. Dare I?
to Leviathan's Claw.
And she did just order you to restrain Huntley.
No, it was Huntley restrain him.
Yeah.
It seems.
Harold looks at Huntley. Any idea why he might have thought you'd go along with this?
I assume she was doing some sort of Gambit, maybe using her threat of force to try and get me to go along with whatever dumb plan she was, or something like that. Though,
The shock of two dead bodies, perhaps.
indeed, she is aware that, no offense, Eisen, I don't exactly like him, but beyond that, I can't say much else. But no, I am no traitor to the captain, if that's what you wish to insinuate.
I wasn't. I didn't know what she was intending.
That would be my guess. In any case, I need to be back up and prepared in case they do assault, whereas I believe the rest of you need to be, at least those of you who can swim, need to go with Oda and attempt to deal with the Carvana as best as you can.
All right, let's go. We haven't a moment to waste. These things are really under the ship.
Okay, you see, Eisen and Huntley are both going to go over and take care of tying and moving Dana to a place where she won't be an issue as you all move to the top. So you all rush there and you see basically everyone else is on top deck. You actually see that both of the watches are currently up in the crow's nest, busy keeping an eye on things. There does not appear to be any ships currently, at the very least. You see that Niall is currently busy getting the anchor hoisted and getting ready to move the ship if possible, and the captain is at the ready to move around. So, as you guys are going up, Oda is just sort of standing on the deck doing not really much.
I'm gonna look overboard and see if there's any movement coming from the briny depths.
Okay, give me perception. Is Harold's thing over? I'm pretty sure it is, but
Is my what thing over?
enhance
Oh,
ability.
enhance ability? That only lasts for an hour.
Okay, then yeah, it is definitely not available. So yeah, okay, just give me perception.
10.
Yeah, you don't see anything in the briny depths.
Okay.
All right. And in the meanwhile, Sergey's gonna head up to Oda and then mention maybe talking to the captain about this as well.
Okay, so you're bringing Oda to the captain?
Mm-hmm.
She sighs but goes along with it. Alright.
Oda, Radcliffe, we might have a bit of a problem. So, you know about the Carvana situation in the water, right?
Carving a what now?
So, there is a bit of a problem. I know you're already aware of Leviathan's Claw and what's going on with that, but we've heard from Dana there's a but we could just call them the School of Carvana in the water.
I don't know how
Yes,
many
they
there
are.
are, but yeah.
There's a group of Carvana in the water that are prepared to tear up the ship if we don't do something.
Oh, I see. He thinks of it for a moment. He says, "Ugh, Warren's usually the one we have deal with that stuff."
Warren's currently out of commission, so we're going to need other water types in the water.
Oda sighs and she says, "So you're asking me, huh?"
I'm not asking just you. I'm planning to volunteer as well.
Well, I'm not much of a fighter, but I suppose I can do my best to help out at least. May as well.
What I
Anyone and
can-
everyone that can get down there right now is going to be important.
All
If
right.
they reach the ship, then we're pretty much sunk.
All right. That's fair enough. The captain nods and he says, "Very well. I will. I'll prepare to get the ship moving at the very least. If you can, move the Carnival away from the ship and attempt to keep them away just in case they decide to attack the ship out of being discovered or anything like that. Keep them away from the ship and on yourselves if you can."
Understood.
Okay, so Oda's gonna probably follow Sergey for now, and what do you want to do?
So the plan was, let's see, who do we have here that we water types? We've got Oda, Sergey, Harold. Anyone else?
That's yeah,
Is
that's
that really
it.
just it? Oh dear.
Well, Lanoon can learn surf, so no.
I wonder if there's a way. Well, I'm trying to blank on these. If there's a way Kalen can help ward him off.
Zap zap.
Ah,
You mean the Flaffy girl? Oda says.
I think I know what you're suggesting.
You could always ask, I suppose. Okay, poor wording, but gosh darn it. Okay.
Okay. I guess Renyo will go since no one's really acting.
So where's Reniel going?
To ask Kaylin if she can help.
Okay. Alright, so Reniel, you run back down the ship. You go into the crew rooms and you see Huntley and Eisen have Dana tied up and are throwing her in one of the rooms. But beyond that, you're heading to your own room to see Kalen?
Yep.
Okay, so you enter your room and you see Kalen is there with Warren, and she seems to be helping Warren drink some sort of potion as you're walking in.
Hello, Kaylin.
Oh, hey Reniel, what's the situation?
We have dispatched of Dana. She is currently being held in another one of the rooms. But currently the ship is surrounded by Carvana, and we are trying to think of a way to take care of them.
Caravana, huh? That's not good.
It isn't. But you are an electric type, and I was wondering if you would be able to electrocute the water around the ship.
I can send electricity in, though it's not... It'll probably spread fairly far, but I don't know if it'll be far enough, but I could always give it a try if you want me to.
Any assistance would help. We currently only have 3 water types that are able to go into the water.
You see Warren's sort of trying to get up, and he says, "Oh, all right, that's my job. I should." But as he
No.
sort of does that, you can see that he's still in pain.
You will stay here.
Yeah, don't worry, Warren. We'll deal with this ourselves. She lays him down on one of the beds and she says, Raniel, can you stay and keep an eye on his condition while I go up?
I will.
Alright, she hands you a couple, she hands you a potion and she says, if his health starts going, if he looks like he's in serious pain or his health starts worsening, give him this.
Very well.
And with that, she begins running up to the deck.
You left the sea baby with the tentacle creature.
Yes. Anyways, so as you guys are up there, you eventually see Kaylin coming up and she says, Alright, I'm here to help.
How exactly does this work?
Well, there are a couple of things. If you guys can point me to them, I can try and send an electric, or at least if you can get me a good idea of what their location is, I can send electric shocks into the water to try and zap them. If I were to guess, it probably won't take them out immediately, but it might cause them to run away from the ship, allowing to go away from the ship at least for a bit, allowing you guys to go in and keep them from doing any further harm once the ship starts moving. But I'd need to have an idea of where I'm aiming first. Otherwise,
Maybe the team should go in first, and then if they start going for the ship, you can tell her where they are, and then we can just get them all at once.
I've got an idea similar to that. If I can get a good view of them, I can try to do that same trick I did with all those ghosts and fairies back in the forest. Light them up and make them easier to spot.
It's dark.
My concern is if we're in the water, then we might also get shocked.
Well, the idea is I lower myself down on a rope, cast that spell, get out of there. Well, there we have it.
Yeah, if you light them up and get out of the way, then it'll probably be pretty easy for me to zap them. You just need to find them and leave the zapping to me.
I guess I'll pull out that rope I have, since
Yeah, I have one too if it's needed.
I think we'll be fine with 60 feet.
Yeah. Maybe try to not be seen when looking for them. Try to be as quiet as you can.
Quietly lower
Try.
rope, huh?
What was that?
Oh, she said quietly lower rope, huh?
I mean, put his head underwater, not draw attention to himself. You know what I mean.
Fair enough. Alright. I'll let you guys handle it, and I'll be waiting at one of the sides, I suppose, while you guys do it.
So I guess it's. I'm probably not best suited for pulling up people. So, or like, is the crew able to help me? Someone a little more musclier.
At this point in time, you see that you could probably ask the captain. Yeah, he looks very muscly,
Yeah.
and he's certainly willing to help.
Okay, so I'm basically gonna tell him the plan here. We're gonna lower Harold in there, and he's gonna see if what's under there and try to light everything up.
Wait back the ship.
Yeah.
All right. The captain nods and he says, "Do you want the ship moving or not moving for this?"
Probably not moving.
Yeah.
All right. Understood. I'll help pull up the rope, and we'll keep the ship from moving for now. Though, if need be, we will need to start. We might need to start moving just to try and outrun the Carvana.
Obviously.
I'll let one of you, Eugene, you give the signal to have the ship moving, just to get the ship moving, just in case.
All right.
Uh,
So I'll go to the helm and prepare to do that.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna be lowering yourself down this side first.
I mean, the idea was to get low enough to see like the entirety of the underside of the ship, so I only have to go down on one side.
Ah, okay. All right. So let's see. How do I wanna make this skill check? I'm gonna say, as you, I mean, you're gonna be holding a rope, but roll as you're sort of being lowered into the water on this rope. Give me a stealth check to avoid maybe moving too much, causing too many waves, or stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. 14.
Okay. Alright, you feel fairly confident as you're lowered further and further into the water, and eventually you are able to see around the hull. You see that there are this, 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 and this waiting at the ready. They seem to have not noticed you, and their eyes are currently on the hull of the ship. You imagine they're potentially waiting for Dana's signal.
Um, let's see, how do I want to do this? Is this accurate scale-wise?
Yes. In each square is 5 feet, yes, I'll say that. And they're about 20 feet underwater.
Okay, Harold is going to cast message up to Radcliffe. I can't hit all of them, but I can mark 2 of them.
Radcliffe responds with, probably better 2 than none at all. I wouldn't want you to try and get them all together if it means risking the ship.
I'd assume they've like got a prearranged signal where like Harold tugs on the rope to be pulled up or something.
Yeah.
So Harold is going to cast Fairy Fire and target the 2 that are close to him. I need each of them to make a DC 13 Dexterity saving throw.
Alright. They both fail.
Right, they are now glowing bright purple, and Harold is going to tug on the rope.
Okay. I'm gonna make a check to have Radcliffe pull you up, but he is probably going to succeed. Yep, he succeeded. And as they're glowing, you see that they're wondering why they're suddenly glowing, and you are pulled back up.
For the moment Harold's back up on the deck, he's going to just shout out, Kaylin, now!
Okay, Kaylin runs over. She sees where they are, and she sends a pulse of electricity into the water at that point in time. You hear bzzz, and you see that the lights are still able to move, but they're running away.
Don't have it in me to do that with the other two, unfortunately.
You just get in the water and deal with them.
If, it,
3 against 2 now.
if it's only 2, it's possible you guys can manage. And if you get them close, I can potentially also zap, but it's probably best I don't. I'll be up here and ready just in case.
Right.
So, we're going into the water then?
Believe that's the plan.
Alright.
I have to support you guys from a distance the best I can. I am pretty trained right now.
Are we going to switch to the blue map? Or are we just going to do it from here?
I could switch to the water map, but I don't think it's too terribly necessary unless you guys do.
Yeah, I don't think
Like,
so.
Besides, this map allows us you to also see what's going on above, so...
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you both hop in, and you see the 2 Carvana there. They are both 20 feet under. Roll initiative.
Does everyone aboard have to roll?
I'll roll initiative for the people on board as well, but I'll let you skip your turn if you want to, or do something on your turn if you want to.
Okay.
It's mostly just for the sake of, hey, do you want to do something? This is when you would do it. Oh wow, Harold is apparently doing really good. And
you know, because all the glorious things he can do with this initiative.
And of course,
I am literally completely out of spell slots.
I see that dog over there.
gosh darn it. What is the dog doing?
Should Reniel roll too?
No, the tentacle monster is busy with water baby.
Okay.
Nope, don't like that.
Okay, got that. And Radcliffe is slow, so he got that. Oh, right, Kaylin. I forgot about her. Oh, wow. Okay, so Harold.
Harold is going to target the closer Carvanha. Say, chewing on wood, huh? Probably not your favorite food. Cast vicious mockery.
Okay. Alright, that is Wiz. Yeah, Wiz.
Correct.
Okay. It failed.
Okay, that is going to be 2 points of psychic damage.
Alright. Not amazing, but it is what it is.
And disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Yep. Okay.
And Harold is going to swim away a bit and not get eaten alive.
Fair enough.
And that is going to be my turn.
Alright, Kaylin is gonna stay at the ready. Eugene, are you planning on doing anything? I imagine not.
I'll just say, once they get back aboard, zap the water, and then we go full speed ahead.
Alright, understood. And Ratcliffe also agrees with this. Alright. Oda is going to go right here, and she's gonna say, "Alright, you fish, come at me. I'm sure I look like a tasty morsel or something like that." And she is otherwise gonna take the dodge action.
At me, bro.
What? What'd you say?
That was what Oda was doing. Come at me, bro.
Yeah, basically. Cometh hath me, bro. Alright, Sergey.
All right. So you said they're 20 feet down, so
Yep.
I mean, I'm at least going to move over. She said, we're just necessarily in combat, so I guess I'll swim down at least within 10 feet of him. So I'm trying to get within 10 feet, not 5.
Okay. That's... Yeah, I believe with your movement you
5.
could do that.
All right. And from here, I'm just going to take a stab at the one closest.
Alright. You do not have disadvantage since you have a swim speed.
All right. 20 plus 5. Yeah, I marched this stuff down so I don't actually screw up the rolls.
That hits. Roll damage.
3.
Oh, that's meaty.
Where were these rolls before?
Alright, so yeah, you skewer that fish with your halberd or whatever. I think I called it a farfetch leak or something like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, you skewer that thing. And yeah, that everything you want to do.
Pretty much.
All right. It is piranha time. This piranha is going to swim to you, and this piranha is going to swim to Oda, and they are both going to attempt to bite.
Both at disadvantage.
Both at disadvantage, yeah. Okay, I'll start with Sergey first.
Wait, why both?
Oda's dodging, and the other one has vicious mockery.
Oh.
Yeah. All right.
Right.
I believe a 15 does not pierce your AC, Sergey.
Nope.
Okay, that one fails. As for the one attacking Oda, it got a nat 1. So it fails. Yeah, so they both fail, though. You notice, interestingly enough, the one that attempted to bite onto Oda got its teeth all up into her spikes, and it took... Oh, well, it took 2 piercing damage from attempting to bite onto her.
Critical failure.
Or no, just because she's spiky.
Right, that too.
Okay. Anyways, Radcliffe is going to join you at the wheel. And back to you, Harold. Well, back to the dog, but the dog doesn't count.
There is no dog.
There is no dog in Ba Sing Se.
No, there's another one.
Wait, oh my gosh.
This time, Harold's going to target the one next to Oda. He's going to say, "Was that really an improvement?" Another vicious mockery.
I don't know why I found that one funny.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I guess it has to make the save before I roll the damage.
It failed. Apparently they are very bad at their dietary habits, and they do not like you pointing it out. Okay, it will have disadvantage against Oda. Alright.
And that will be my turn.
Okay. Kaylin's going to continue observing. Eugene, I imagine you're going to continue being prepared.
Can they hear me from here?
Uh,
Oh, like the bubbles and.
I'm gonna say if you're gonna yell at them, I'll have them both make a perception check. Sergey's DC will be a bit higher than Harold's, and that'll determine whether they hear you or not.
All right, I'm gonna yell at Sergey. Quash that quipper, Sergey! And I'm gonna help him.
Okay, Sergey, give me a perception check to see if you heard that.
Oh boy.
No.
It was worth a shot. But yeah, I'm just gonna sit tight and wait for them to get up.
Okay. Alright. Oda. She is going to say, well, this is a predicament. Oh, well.
Oh my gosh.
And she's going to whack one of her spiky tentacles at the Caravana that is attacking her. And she missed. Oh. Well, that didn't work. Oh, well. Up to you guys, I guess. Sergey.
I'm gonna take another stab at the one in front of me.
Alright. Attackity roll. That hits.
And 10 plus 3.
Okay, nice. Nice round number. Okay, you notice the one in front of you is starting to get pretty weak.
Also, I had this just say earlier, just during the things like, perception checks in the water. Somehow having one eye affects perception with hearing.
Welcome to how D&D dice rolls works. Okay, it is their turn. So the one that's heavily damaged is gonna say, ugh, screw this. You, go for the ship and punch a hole in it. I'm out. And he is going to disengage and swim away. And they are very fast guys when it comes to water. And this guy is going to ignore Oda, and he's going to start biting the ship.
Uh-oh.
Very glad I gave him disadvantage.
Yeah. Oh, be very glad about that.
He almost got a 20.
Yep, you saved the ship from getting hit by a nat 20 and he missed. I don't know how he missed a giant ship, but I suppose he's being very self-conscious of his dietary habits now.
Well, it's not necessarily that he missed, he just maybe didn't grab a weak enough point for it to do anything more than cosmetic damage.
Fair enough. Oda sighs and goes,
No, he missed.
this might be a problem. Alright. Back to, Radcliffe is a good dude. I think back to you, Harold. You're aware that this Caravana is attempting to go for the ship.
Let's see. Was he going to work this? Yep, I guess he prefers wood. Vicious mockery.
Well, I mean, wood didn't exactly Yeah, he failed. What did it exactly hurt him?
One.
Oh. I mean, you gave him disadvantage.
Yeah, honestly,
And that's the reason you use Vicious Mockery. It deals chip damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, honestly, in your current position, the disadvantage is probably a bit better than the other thing. Okay. Kaelin's not gonna do anything. Eugene?
So I'm gonna go look overboard, and do I see like what's happening down there?
Give me a perception check.
All right.
No.
No.
Ouch.
Your skill checks are not being very... Your skill checks are not being very good today.
No. Okay.
We've
So
traded roles.
I'm going to. I'm gonna throw down my grappling hook and hope they know what to do with it.
Okay, so you guys see grappling hook just plop in and go down in the water. Oda's turn. She looks at that and she is like, what's that supposed to be for? Is he trying to fish? And she is going to take the dodge action.
Oh, I guess I could have yelled something too. Can I
Oh.
do that? Or
Yeah, sure.
okay, let's pull him out. And I'm saying that to anyone really. So
Okay, perception check then, Sergey, and I'll have Oda also make a perception. Oh, she's actually somewhat decent at this. Oh, but she failed horribly. I'll say, yeah, you heard that.
And a question: does like restraining something in a rope, would the help action, does that count as an attack?
Like grappling.
That would be grappling, so it would be a skill check.
Okay, then I won't bother helping then.
Okay. Alright. Sergey, it's your turn.
I guess we're going with that, though. We're gonna grapple him.
Okay, you're gonna try and tie him into this rope and so Eugene can fish him up?
Yeah, and then I realized, wait a minute,
Okay, give me athletics contested with whatever I decide to roll with it, which is going to be athletics as well. So, strength contest. And I will do it in the chat as well. Oh! Oh wait, you
wait, okay, that explains a lot. Whoops, hold up.
I thought you actually legit got a nat 20. Oh well.
Oh,
No.
I would have if I hadn't misrolled.
No, you try and wrap him up, but he immediately breaks free. I believe Vicious Mockery is only for attack rolls, right?
Correct.
Okay, yeah, you try and wrap him up, but he's able to easily break free. And he is going to go after the ship again. Yeah, he's having very difficult time penetrating this wood. And yeah, Huntley's gonna be at helm. So, Harold, it's your turn.
Okay. Keep trying, you'll get it eventually. Vicious Mockery.
Oh, this is not this Carvana's day. Oh gosh, it may or may not have underflowed. Roll damage.
3.
Alright, this guy, he is, He's irrelevant, but he's continuing to swim away. So, yeah, just ignore him. Okay. Alright. Kaylin is going to, she sees what you're doing, and she will, help you pull it up. Pull up the rope once it's grappled, Eugene.
All right, as kind of a what do you call those? Called action or whatever.
Yeah.
Once it got a bite. All right.
Anyways, it is your turn.
Well, I am going to be like tugging the rope and wait till like something's on it to be prepared to do that.
Alright.
Otherwise, I'm going to. I don't know. Yeah, I'll just do that.
Okay. Ready for bite. Alright. Oda. She sees what you're doing, and she's like, oh, I think I get it. You want to tangle him up or something like that, right? Alright. I'll help you tangle him up. And she is going to give you the help action to help you wrap this Carvana, Sergey.
Alright.
So, it is your turn.
We're just going to do it again.
Alright. You will have advantage. Let me roll what?
We roll those both first.
You are looking to beat a 18.
No, I'm gonna turn it into a 6.
Oh, you are looking to beat a 6.
Oh.
Oh! Yeah, I'd say you beat that very soundly.
There's that nat 20 we were talking about.
Okay, so yeah, Sergey, with Oda's help and with some luck coming from above, you managed to wrap it up just fine. And Kaylin and Eugene, you both feel, well, I say you both, but obviously anyways, you feel the tug on it as it's tied up.
All right, and then I guess we're gonna try and haul the fish up.
Yep. So, give me, well, do you want to try hauling it up, or do you want her to try hauling it up? It will be strength-based. She doesn't look too terribly strong, but she does sort of look a bit stronger than you are at the very least.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to let her, and then I guess I'm giving her the help action. Is that kind of how it's going to work?
Yeah, I suppose so.
All right.
Uh,
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, I suppose for the sake of it, I'll roll this in the chat as well.
Okay. Oh, no.
Yeah, she does not have any modifiers for this.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh.
no.
Maybe if Sergey was to get up there.
Oh, you can still attack him, I guess.
Alright.
He is grappled by the rope.
Yeah, so you have advantage.
Alright, the Kravana is going to attempt to break free of this rope. This will not be a strength check since it's wrapped against the rope. Instead will be it attempting to break free from the rope itself.
Wriggle out.
Which it failed. So it is still grappled. So instead it is going to bite at you, Sergey.
Wait, doesn't that use its action to try to break out?
Right. It used its action to try and break out. Never mind. Okay, so yeah, it's just flopping around like a fish. Okay, Radcliffe is doing nothing right now. Alright, Harold?
Radcliffe is loafing around.
Yeah, Radcliffe is loafing around. I mean, that's what his icon is doing.
See these two like noodle arm Pokemon trying to pull this thing out desperately.
And Radicless over here, just like, yep, everything seems fine.
I think the only thing that really makes sense for Harold to do at this point, he's going to swim up to the surface and try to see, like, what the situation is there. He's going to see that nobody except Eugene and Kaylin are actually trying to do this. And he's probably just going to call it, seriously, can nobody else help them? And, what else for him to do, really? And I think that's going to be his. I think that's going to be his turn.
Okay. Alright. You see that the captain is alerted to this, and he looks like he's going to be doing some helping after once it reaches his turn. Though that'll be after the Carvana's turn, so
Harold is going to briefly duck back under the water at the end of his turn just so he can keep an eye on the Carvana.
gotcha. Okay, Kaylin's turn. She is gonna try and fish this out. She pulled it. She pulled it about 5 feet up. But it's still in the water. Eugene?
Oh boy, here comes the -2 modifier.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just athletics, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's still -2. Ugh.
You also pulled it up 5 feet, but it's still in the water.
So it's still like 10 feet down.
Mm-hmm.
Oda's looking at this, and she's like, huh. They're not really that strong up there, are they? Well, I can either head up and try and help him fish him out, or I can help you keep that guy tangled up. I think it'd probably be better if I help you tangle him up, but what do you think?
I can help with that as well, actually.
Keeping him tangled up?
I mean, the thing is
Harold
not
nods.
split
Uh,
Sorry, you said something.
I believe he said Harold is nodding to answer Oda.
Correct.
Okay, I think I'll just swim up and help out up top then. Good luck, you guys. And yeah, she is swimming and she is up top, ready to ready to also reel in. How many Pokemon does it take to reel in a Carvana?
It was just all her turn just getting back aboard.
Yeah.
Okay.
She doesn't have a climbing speed, so it was a little difficult. Alright, Sergey. So this Carvana has been pulled up 10 feet up. It is.
Which means I gotta swim up a bit.
Yep, it is still grappled, but it is possible it might be able to break free from the rope. But otherwise, you can alternatively attack it. It's up to you.
The question is, what can I do to keep it from breaking out? Cool, I see that. I mean, is that even possible to like push it?
I believe pushing is an action. You could take. Yes. I believe, if memory serves me correctly, pushing or shoving is similar to a grapple check, only for movement.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
So yeah, if you want to attempt to push it, you can.
Let's go with that. Let's try to push it up towards the surface.
Okay. Alright.
Just another athletics check.
Yep, another athletics contest. You're looking to beat a 12. You handily beat a 12. Okay, so, yeah, you push this thing with all your might, and Eugene and everyone on surface, you see the Carvana just plop out of the water in Eugene's grappling hook.
All right, and my intent was to pull it aboard.
Okay, you can. Let's see, I'd say you can do that next turn, assuming it doesn't break free from this rope.
All right.
Which it didn't. Wow, it is rolling garbage to break free from the rope. Okay. I'm gonna say there's really nothing it can do, so let's just expedite this.
Yeah, we do get it aboard.
Yep.
Back to the ship.
So you're out of initiative. You managed to get this thing aboard. It seems to be rough and tumble trying to fight, but it's
We
Yeah,
have a.
it's probably out of its element, considering.
Do we have a fishbowl to keep it?
Do we?
The captain goes below deck and then comes back up with a fishbowl.
Amazing.
What do you even have?
Fish Pokemon in the crew.
It's not really a fishbowl, but it can be repurposed as such in any case, so you can feel free to plop them in there and can't really do much.
Well, you probably want to interrogate this guy?
Indeed, we'll put him next to Dana and we will interrogate them both later once Dana wakes up.
The guy's still conscious. I can only imagine, what would he be trash talking from the fishbowl, or?
He's busy trying to knock against it and trying to break free. He's not really trash talking or anything, but he is not being very successful since it is a very small fishbowl.
Hey, if you break that, you're on dry land, pal.
Well, I didn't ask you for the help.
Okay, fine.
But you do notice he's not trying to break it anymore. Though he's still giving you the stink eye.
Yeah, okay. Is that the end of it? Full speed ahead?
I believe
Well, all the other ones have run off or swam off.
I believe so. We should get the ship moving immediately so that way we can outrun the rest of them.
If I have a suggestion, you should keep Dana and this guy in separate rooms. You ask them similar questions and see if they match up. That's how you can tell if they're telling the truth.
Fair enough. We shall do so. As for the rest of you, can you check on Warren?
Yeah, he was in the room last time I checked, right?
I need to get some rest soon.
I'm gonna go back down to the room.
Kalen
That
will
terrible hollow.
join you.
Yeah, I guess we'll just go and check on Warren then.
Okay, so what are they walking into Tentacle, Eevee, and the baby doing?
Grindel's actually trying not to cause any distress to Warren. He's actually, just trying to act as quote-unquote normal as possible.
Yeah, no, I figured it was something around that. Yeah, and eventually Warren sort of slipped into sleep as he's trying to regain his energy. So you probably walk into Rainiel just keeping an eye on him as he's asleep.
Did you take care of the Carvana?
Yeah, we captured one of them.
Oh, good. You caught dinner.
No.
No.
What are we going to eat tonight then?
Well, first things first, it's technically early morning, and second, the ship already has a bunch of food that you guys got on the island, so I think we're good there.
I'm sure the salt content of his body is greater.
Sergey face palms.
Caitlin just sighs.
Anyway, we should probably tell them we should get to the island as fast as we can, as little stops as possible.
Right, given that some of the others swam off, they're probably all after us now.
Yeah.
More than likely, yeah. We
But
may.
getting that guy, we have now a prisoner, a hostage, information potentially, so that's some stuff on our side.
Yeah.
I do see one problem, though. Having a Carven on board doesn't mean that they're not going to sink the ship. If anything, they'd be more inclined to.
Yeah, good point, but
Also in less of a position to do so. In order to sink the ship, he's going to have to maneuver to the bottom deck somehow. Can't imagine it's going to be easy, especially to do so unnoticed.
we don't even know who's attacking us yet either. There
Sergey.
was no ships.
Sorry, continue.
Yeah, there was no ships out there. It was just the Carvana.
Sergey, what do you know about. You seem to know this group a bit, don't you?
I've had a history with them, yes.
What do you know about what they would possibly do in this situation?
Well, as far as I'm aware, Leviathan's claws actually had a different history, as it were, but they used to not kill people, but as far as I'm aware, something's changed, and now they'll be very ruthless. Most likely, I believe there was a Sharpedo that led the group of all these Carvana.
How loyal is he to his cohorts?
Assuming there was a change in general leadership, I don't know.
Carvana's going to be very tricky, all things considering. I suppose if we get the ship moving fast enough, we may not have to worry about that, but it is certainly going to be tricky going forward. We're going to need to keep an eagle eye out and be ready should they come after us and attempt to strike.
Sergey, you should go up on deck and start blowing the wind in the direction of the island.
Right. I guess I'll do that.
Okay,
Go
so
grab the Wind Waker and try to make sure that the wind is as strong into the sails as possible towards the direction we need to go.
yeah, you go up and you throw the winds to the east or to the west as everyone gets the ship up and ready, and the ship begins moving pretty quickly in that direction. As for you, Eugene, you look like you definitely need a rest, so I wouldn't recommend attempting too much else, otherwise you're not going to be at your best.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I meant Harold, but Eugene too.
Yeah, I'm fully fine.
Oh, right, yeah, she
Yeah.
meant Harold. I will get your
That
names.
was my plan.
All right. As for everyone else, well, your sleep was interrupted, but beyond that, I'd say we all should just do what we can to get the ship moving as fast as possible for now, and let's hope we can make it in time.
How much? How much longer is this expedition to Tronfenel? Like, how long do we have left?
You remember that it was a 4-day trip, but because yesterday you were off getting food and stuff like that, it delayed it. So you're still 4 more days at least going how the ship usually was. You're still 4 more days from going there.
Okay.
How does the Wind Waker take into account with this, with the speed of the ship?
I'd say with the Wind Waker, I'd say it'll cut travel time down by a bit. It'll probably make it so let's see. Yeah, it'll make it so that you'll probably either get there very early morning on the fourth day or late at night on the third day.
Wait, going to get the food cost us 2 days?
No, it cost
Remember,
you. Yeah, basically it was 4 days. You spent the first day doing a bunch of stuff, causing a bit of a delay, so it is still 4 days again.
because we turned around, then turned back around.
Got food and stuff like that.
So as long as this thing is going, we're just kind of back on course.
Yeah. Kaylin says otherwise, I suppose the only other way we could get this ship going faster is if we don't stop at night at all, but that might be a hard ask for the crew. And it'll be...
Yeah, we have.
Yeah,
So we'd have to be operating on skeleton crews. I think three people talked at once there.
Yeah. I'll let one of you go first.
I was just gonna say we probably need to be well rested, so that's not an option.
I don't think we can really have us going all night unless we want to be operating on skeleton crews.
Not enough people will be able to operate a ship. Actually, you're right. Probably not enough people would be able to operate a ship this size. Even with us helping out. It's unfortunate, but yeah, I think blowing the winds in the right direction and just keeping things going is basically our best bet to avoid them. We may also want to have all the cannons prepared and have everything else ready as well.
We could potentially also, if they attack us by ship, we can use the Wind Waker another way and make the wind go in the opposite direction towards them.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Raniel, do you have any suggestions?
I do not. Not yet, anyway.
Alright. I suppose that's what we'll do then. Harold, get your rest, and the rest of us will prepare and get ready for if...
Just wanting to relay this one to like the whole group, though. The problem with that Wind Waker strategy, Wind Waker only works on the Wind Waker itself, like in an area around it.
Okay. So you need to be like aboard their ship to do that. All right. And whoever's interrogating those two, relay that to the rest of us as well. I don't know who we're talking to right now.
Yeah, who's?
You guys are talking to yourselves.
Okay. Oh, okay. So I'll say I guess that we should. I guess we should ask what they learned from those two that we got. Once we're in the clear, anyway.
Assuming that they've been interrogated.
You don't know how long Dana's been out for, or how long she was going to be out for, but it hasn't been too long since you knocked her out and since you've been here, so you imagine she's still probably knocked out.
All right.
And they're going to interrogate both of them at the same time in separate rooms, as per your suggestion. So there probably hasn't been interrogations yet. All right. Anyways, let's inform the crew and let's get started preparing. I'll stay down here and keep healing Westcott until he's back in well enough for now.
This is Warren.
Warren. I am terrible with names, even the ones I create, apparently. Alright.
Yeah.
Anyways, with that, we will end it off. Because despite how short that felt, that was 2 hours.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
counters for you.
Yep. Alright. So next time promises to be interesting.
Oh boy. We still have 4 more days of this.
Well, technically, I don't want to say that. Anyways, we will see you all later. Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.